Do you think people ask for ozempic for Christmas?
Definitely.
Would you ask for ozempic for Christmas?
No, but I think people definitely would. Like if it's someone you can actually say what you want, I think people want. It's expensive. People ask for things they can't get for themselves.
Fair.
Expensive. Expensive. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. Do you think Santa is riding through Nigeria?
No.
I don't think so. Hello, boys and girls.
Feliz Navidad.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. And
in very much of advance.
Yeah.
Because we won't be recording anything around that time. So
no,
take it
we won't. So
as
sorry.
You get it.
So sorry. A lot of people have been lamenting to me. They're asking me,
what do we
mean? And I said, but
we've been doing this for 7 years.
You guys have been here for a while.
Like we've been doing this for 7 years.
We go on Christmas break.
We go on a break from early December till around Valentine's Day.
Darlings.
You know, it's something that we do because we need
One
it.
needs to also, when we come next year, we'll need to have things to tell you that we did. Can I have a straw, please? That we did, in the Christmas time.
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas.
Do you think that in the North Pole they're having financial crisis
at the moment?
Do you think that Dasha and all those guys they're charging more this year?
No, I think given the cost of living crisis, they're probably not eating as well. So travel might be slower. Yeah.
Right. Because I'm actually just not sure. I also don't think Santa is riding through Lagos. I think the air is dense with wickedness.
Do you think he got a Tesla?
And foolishness. Santa. That seems like Santa.
Yeah, because it's
very much seems like Santa to be
it's electric.
Environmentally conscious.
Yeah,
that's what I find. I also think, but animal cruelty anyway.
Well, the animals
Dasher and them
dragging him through.
Yeah, it's just a bit. But Santa would have lost weight considering the price of things.
That man's tummy is very big. I don't think I feel like I don't think so. Do you think he got into Fit Farm?
No. Santa can't be skinny.
Ozempic.
No, but just slightly reduced.
But why?
I'm looking at the economy.
Fair.
Also, so many people.
There's a recession in Nigeria.
For Ozempic for Christmas.
Cost of living crisis in the UK.
He had to buy from the supplier.
Yeah. Do you think you would have got? Do you think people ask for ozempic for Christmas?
Definitely.
Would you ask for ozempic for Christmas?
No, but I think people definitely would. If it's someone you can actually say what you want, I think people want. It's expensive. People ask for things they can't get for themselves.
Fair.
Expensive. Expensive. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. Do you think Santa is riding through Nigeria?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I doubt.
I don't think so. First of all, police would have stopped him. They're nothing for
joyless.
Boys.
Very joyless country at the moment.
By the time police stopped him, they're nothing for boys at every checkpoint.
The problem is I'm not saying Santa doesn't know, but we don't even have lights to show him which house is which.
That's true.
People have moved because of the
sledge. Is it not lit up? They don't have lights.
I think he adapts the sled to wherever he's going.
Right.
Do you think Santa has to pay tax?
No.
When he's flying over Edo.
Secondly,
somebody should be like, my friend, will you park?
My friend. I also feel like if Santa packs all those reindeer, if he comes back, two might be missing. This is a tough, hungry time.
My dear.
He wants to be moving with exotic meats.
I know someone that's gone hunting before.
Is it by hunting? They will cut that rope.
And it took me a long time to realize that Nigerians call a lot of things that are not
bushmeat.
Chick. Yeah, just call everything antelope.
Everything is literally everything is bushmeat.
Just they enter the bush.
I found out that once and I was like, okay, so all the animals are bushmeat.
Yeah, it's all just bushmeat. It's so weird.
So what I think also is if they will steal the side mirror of your Corolla, they're definitely stealing those reindeer. 100%. That sledge is going to miss. All those railings are
Oh my
gold.
gosh. I'm just realizing I didn't get so many of the presents I asked for. And I'm sure it's because they got stolen.
Yeah, all those.
That makes so much sense.
Can I just say that all those railings are gold? Those things are going to miss.
There was a Barbie house. I asked for a very specific. It had lots of extras.
Okay.
And I feel like
the extras are taken from
some of the things just weren't there. That makes so much sense.
Also, another thing is we don't have chimneys. Isn't Santa meant to come?
And we have burglary proof.
Oh my God, I was going to say this thing. How can Santa enter your house when he first has to cut the window to come inside, and nobody is leaving milk and cookies?
I know Nigerian windows are slim.
He must actually hate coming in. There's no milk and cookies left anywhere.
When did you stop believing in Santa?
I think the year I actually believed in Santa was the year I came down, we got bicycles. I was like, because we did in school, we did like a ride to Santa thing, and that's why I wrote, I wanted a bicycle, and I got a bicycle, and I thought, wow, Santa is really the guy.
I caught my mommy.
After that, I don't believe Santa anymore because I didn't get anything.
I caught my mom dropping her presents. I didn't let her know she had seen her. So I was coming, because I don't know, it was a weird thing. It was a very like childlike. I really, really used to love Christmas. I still do. I did. But on a different level.
And I loved Santa, the concept.
I just enjoyed how happy people were around Christmas. But then my mom used to make a big effort with Christmas. So we'd have trees. And this was our second house, our house in Bagada. We would have a tree upstairs in the small living room. We'd have a tree downstairs. And she would like decorate a little bit. But the tree in the floor where our rooms were, you guys, I kid you not, almost every night after my bedtime, I would just wake up and go and sit down in front of it. I love Christmas so much. So I was about to do my normal routine, only to see me in Rapal dropping presents.
No, so we had...
and cards.
Because we had stockings, I was of the opinion Santa used to give us small things because they could fit in the socks. Those like big red socks. And then my parents give her own presents. Their own present. But then Santa always left like something in the sock.
Oh yes, same thing. And she chowed the biscuits that we left.
So I was like, okay, I can't see Santa, but why can't... So that's why that year that Santa got a bicycle and they said it was from Santa, not from them. I said, wow, Santa has done a serious upgrade.
I just think, and I know for sure that's definitely my mom, like being born and raised abroad for a while, because Kola would never... I'm sure she just thought she was being so silly. So she would like nibble out of the biscuits we left. We never left milk.
Actually, I remember.
Because it was a waste. Yeah, well, my mom would bite out of the biscuits.
I was convinced that the biscuits we were leaving, because they were Maryland cookies, that Santa won't like them.
Same.
Because I was just like, what sort of cookies are these?
Same.
I was like,
I thought I was supposed to bake it.
I thought I was supposed to bake those
like, don't worry, you like
cookies. We now left
there.
Maryland, and I was like, I don't think this guy eats all these things.
Yeah.
So.
Do you know this brings me to another?
I was like, where is milk? We don't have milk. Why are we not leaving milk? I was like, this is not what they do in the films.
Before we continue our Christmas chat, let's talk a little bit about our weekend. We did the same thing this weekend.
Yes.
We had a nice long weekend.
We had a very long weekend.
A very long weekend.
So Wednesday we went to Warri.
We didn't go to Warri on Wednesday. We went to Aviara.
Isoko.
Isoko land.
We went to the village for Maz.
Mazino.
Mazino.
Let me tell you something.
You know, in life, do you know? So we were talking about this and she was laughing. I said, I want to tell you that apart from this wedding that is happening, obviously, we're celebrating one love, matrimonial love. Bliss, very good. Congratulations to her and her husband. I said, the other love that you should really celebrate is the fact that all of us, I was like, do you know how many people?
I shit you not. Mazino had like 100 babes in her
I'm telling you.
I couldn't believe it.
Like, when you walk down.
None of us live in Warri.
When you dance with the bride, they were like 100 babes. I said, Maz, the other love you should be celebrating is this thing that's happening here. I was like, it is mad. We're all in Isokola inside the village.
Not worry. I first went to her village.
I said, this is what they call real love.
Mm-hmm.
True love.
Yeah, so we went to Isoko land on Wednesday, and she did her traditional wedding on Thursday. Lovely. But I do have 3 things to say. The first thing is that, not to make it deep, but Nigeria is a deeply wicked country.
Deeply. Because
you are driving through like an oil producing area, and I just kept looking around and I kept thinking,
how?
I don't know. I kept thinking to myself, I don't understand. Like, I'm a chatterbox. I was awake, but I was just so sad. Like, we were driving through what allows Nigeria have like a lot of bragging prowess, what keeps a lot of the country running. And I could not believe the level of...
the states
of
they
that
had
place.
Just left.
It was so... I don't know how to explain it other than saying it's really, really sad to just see how much Nigeria fails people every single day. Like every single. And we live in Lagos. And Lagos is, for lack of a better word, a bit of a shithole, really. I love it. It's one of my favorite places in the world.
Like it's a high-class shithole.
It's a high-class shithole. But then every time I travel around the country, I'm like, oh, okay.
So Lagos actually is something.
So I understand why Lagos is a dream for a lot of people. It was just really, really heartbreaking to see. And this is the thing. We talk a lot about how, Nigerians are lazy, Nigerians are this. I saw a lot of real Nigerians are dreamers. Because even in the middle of you would see businesses, small business, and you can tell that these people have dreams. Like they're trying to replicate things they are seeing in the ways they can. But the moral of my story is that the Nigerian government on a federal level, on a state level, and on a local government level are so deeply wicked.
They failed completely, in every way.
Delta State has, I think it's 3 million people. The entire state.
Yeah, you can fit all of them on the island.
And the level of lack that I saw, I could not believe. Do you know how the people of Texas's fortunes changed once they found oil in that place? And then you look at
in the world. And the thing is, it's not that Nigeria's fortunes do not change. It's just
who it changed for.
It was certain people, and not at all the areas that the oil came from. It's really, really crazy.
I don't know how to explain it. It made me we were there for a happy event, and I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I was just looking around and I was thinking, if you are a kid born in what is essentially Nigeria's lifeblood in that area today, you don't have options.
It is so insane. How far you can dream is
what you even know to dream.
Limited.
It's so limited.
Even compared to a child that just grows up, I don't know, Yaba or something. Because you can see things. It's crazy. It's really, really, really jarring.
Yeah. So I think that jarred me. So that's the first thing I want to say. Second thing I want to say is we need fresh air in Lagos. My God.
You guys were dying. No, I'm actually not. See, every time I leave Lagos, I'm it is there's a thick fog above. We can't see it, but it's constricting the air. Because why every time I leave Lagos, no matter where I go, I'm how come I feel like I'm breathing? All of a sudden, I'm is this fresh air? That's a crazy one. And I was saying it also because someone was saying, is it hotter here? I said the problem is that there's no wickedness in the air trapping the sun.
Yeah.
Like in Lagos, there are things trapping the sun.
And then
here, everywhere is fresh.
Their Hamatan is
everything is coming down. Yeah.
So in the morning it's cool, in the evening it's cool. It gets hot and dry, really hot and dry in the afternoon. But in the morning it's cool. But then also there's a breeze.
Yeah.
You feel the breeze. Do you know why? Because there are trees everywhere. There's trees. And they did our best to host us really, really well. Also, never eating boli in Lagos again. Ever.
See.
I'm sorry. I'm not doing that.
I was okay, they're good places.
Because I'd heard about it and I've eaten it before.
Even the plantain tastes different.
It tastes different.
This plantain is much sweeter than ours. Just the texture, I was okay, so this one we feel like we've lost. There's nothing we can do. We've lost.
Then there was one fish sauce. My God.
Mad. I don't even... Things I hate fish. I don't even eat fish.
But the
sauce was too good.
And we were watching The Woman. So there's something to be said about. So I used to be obsessed. I don't know if people... I don't think I've spoken about them in years. But I used to be obsessed with a podcast called Loose Talk. Osage, Steve.
I remember that.
Yeah, I used to be obsessed with it. And Steve is from Delta State, interesting enough. And I remember one episode where he was trying to explain how, with big events, how they cook food. So there are no industrial sized kitchens or whatever. So they don't cook with a lot of processed spices. So you are basically using sort of local spices, smoke, steam to do a lot of the work for you. Basically what chefs would call flavor build. You're building the flavor profile. So we had two things. The first night we got there, it was very relaxed. So we had jollof rice and meat. I shit, one of some of the best jollof rice I've ever tasted in my life.
When the jollof came out, I said, this jollof rice was made outside.
Yes, you could tell.
When
you could tell.
It was not even fire so good. When
oh my God,
you know that this thing was made in a big banla.
Big
by somebody who is using her eye to gauge the seasoning, to gauge when everything is ready. And as they poured it on the plate, that plate came to meet us, where you can still smell the food from where they are making. That's what I love.
It was really nice to eat like fresher food. Then we stayed in a very interesting hotel. It's a village hotel, so you guys know what that means. But one of the things that made me laugh the most was, one, so I shared a room with my friend Tolly of the Receipts, who we love very much. But I remember I at the end of the second day, I told Tolly, do you now understand how Nigerians adapt?
Yeah, because that's the first thing. We all thought that. We all were like, oh my God. We're from Lagos. We can't
Asking
do this.
Stuff. I'm sure they're looking at us like we're so foolish.
By the second night, everybody was just like, well, we move.
Yeah.
People even look refreshed. I said, you really
were able to relax.
We
and
kept saying people were talking about showering. I said, what we're doing here is bathing.
No, we're not showering.
Double F bath.
I want to take my bath.
With buckets, with everything. Because I said, we're in the village.
You know, there's a kind of shock that makes you change your whole demeanor, just your attitude to life. So because I have traction alopecia, I'm very self-conscious. You see, I did not care about my wig. I did not care about my bra. I was just like,
we were cooling off.
Everybody was just like, relax.
This hotel had a sign.
The first thing
I think was the highlight of my trip.
What do you mean? We're going to send it to you so you can put it up.
You have to actually put the sign.
And I'm being serious. This one you have to put it up.
It's very essential that you put up the sign. The sign said no cultism.
No, not no cultism. No
cultism.
No hang around.
Not hanging around.
No hang around.
Hang around. No clandestine acts.
No fighting. Let me look for it. I have it.
He said no clandestine acts, no cultism, no hang around.
Now that was so much.
No, it was a very
so
important and very relevant sign, actually. For what? So, and we all heeded.
We heeded, though.
We all heeded to the. Every time I see someone, I said, "This is hanging around."
Yes,
and you're not allowed. So I step out. I said, "This is what they call hang around."
Okay, let me read it.
And the sign is clear.
No fighting. No cultism. No hard drugs. No clandestine acts. No noise. No hang around.
That's all unnecessary. So soft drugs are they?
We had a friend. We made friends with this couple who are so cute, Tolu and Joanne. And Tolu, as far as he was concerned, we're off for a retreat.
So I was talking about
getting to the village. She was like, "Yeah,
we'll chill by the pool.
We'll chill by the pool. We'll have brunch."
I said,
"We'll have a continental breakfast."
He said he wanted continental. I put it to you that when he got there,
his wife was just looking at him.
They told him breakfast. We have bread
and tea.
We have bread and tea. We have Indomie.
No, they didn't have Indomie. They had noodles.
They have noodles. Those are the two. I said, "My guy, you want
yam and egg?
Yeah, there was yam and egg. Also, another thing. I loved that they did exactly what I expected, which is they saw Lagos people and they said, "You will pay."
They ran us.
You people, I bought Ribena once.
They ran us. You guys.
I bought Ribena once. The guy was even laughing.
I can't begin to explain to you.
So we all went, as we were buying the Ribena, someone was like, the guy was just laughing that, okay, what do you want to do?
Let me tell you how bad
you won't buy Ribena.
Let me tell you how bad they ran on streets. It got to a point that some people would ask let's say you take like a drink or something, you want to pay. Their conscience did not allow them collect money from some people because they had ran us so raggedy. And they were like, do you know what? I have to redeem my because
it was bad.
Some people would ask for their bill. They said, "Don't worry."
It was actually bad because they were just looking at us like,
they ran stupid and bastard out of us.
Let me see what they were charging for.
Even the deluxe prices we charge for Indomie with blanket
they were charging for noodles. Deluxe noodles like this with blanket egg.
And just like you find yourself in a state of disgrace. So fake me and Tolly, we were wasting time. So by the time we went to the restaurant, a lot of things had finished. And I didn't want to eat rice. So I said, can I have noodles with egg? So I finished. So then, unfortunately, one of my church members, His Royal Highness, His Royal Majesty. His name is Charles, and genuinely,
HRM.
He has a letter.
I want you guys to know that HRM releases a royal letter when he goes.
Whenever he's going anywhere, he had a letter that he had written about how he's going to work. He sent it to his friends.
HRM
with his letter-headed paper
was present.
So Charles goes to our church. So the bride Maz, I met her through church. So I saw him sitting down. I said, "Charles, what are you doing here?" He said, "Oh, they are bringing his food." I said, "What food?" He said, "Noodles." I said, "Oh." I sat down immediately.
I want you guys to know that in this moment, I saw someone having legit one piece of chicken, like just the one. And he was like, oh, it was nice. I said, okay, fine. Is that all that is left? No, P. Let me have. I promise you, they charged me $4,000 for the one.
No, you guys, when I said they ran us.
See, for the one exact chicken. When it came, I now said, sorry, is it one? She said, yes, $4,000 per one.
They ran us.
They ran us bastard straight.
Stupid and dirty
and you could see the look on their faces. They were so happy. And because they were looking at us like, okay, what will you do?
You can't do anything. Anyway, shout out to G12.
Shout out to shout out to you. Held us tight.
They held us down.
They really tried.
They did the best giving away. Like,
no, they did.
Genuinely, what it was.
They were in the village.
We're in the village. But it was fantastic. Also, I'd never been to an Isoko wedding before.
Yeah.
It was very sweet. And then we went to Warri. And the white wedding was in Warri. And that was beautiful.
Do you know what I want to learn?
What?
How to speak Warri pidgin.
I swear.
You guys, there was someone that was speaking and I had to tell you, sorry, slow down. Start again.
One.
Just slow down first. Start again.
And
I was like, the thing, it is sweeting me, but I can't do it. So
there was
if you know how to speak Warri pidgin and you want to teach me,
hit us up.
Please hit me up.
There was one woman that just there were no seats left. Or it was someone's seat, but the person wasn't there. And so one unfortunate hostess had the displeasure of trying to explain to her that, oh ma, this is not somebody. She said, so may I stand?
She may I stand? I'm somebody's auntie.
I go stand. The girl just said sorry.
Sorry. Once I just said I'm someone's auntie, I said, why are we actually the way we are?
I want you to know that this was during the wedding ceremony.
Yeah.
By the way. As in the couple, you know, all those, that's when she was starting to display.
Anyway, I just want you guys also know that cereal lovers are back.
Big back. Back in a big way.
Open her. If you hear Maz's vows, I said big babe, like bad.
So what she did was, a pastor they did the normal regular vows and then they had written some words to each other.
As they were talking, Tolly just looked at me and said, it's us that's the problem. She looked at me, she said, no, we are actually the issue. We're actually the issue because why wouldn't they say this to us?
It was so sweet and it was so kind.
It was honestly the sweetest thing.
And I will say this, so I have a bit of a side eye and they're going to laugh at me. Because to be fair, genuinely one too many of my church people listen to this podcast and I shit you not. I don't know why and I ask all the time, like, can you please stop this thing you're doing? But it was so I grew up in church. I have a preacher father. I have I've seen a faith-based performance that I cannot stand. I don't know how to explain it to you. There's a pretense, there's an artifice that is so...
It's the performance of Christianity, of goodness and all that. Everybody kind of knows what that means.
It's very specific, but have you ever left, like, if anybody has ever eaten pancakes with maple syrup, have you ever left syrup for a while? And you see how it just becomes yama yama. It leaves that kind of feeling. It feels like that to me. There's an artifice. But Vicky and I were joking about how, how we're always making fun of church people. These are genuinely good people.
See, you guys, we kept laughing. And they kept being like, what are you guys saying? Because I was like, Jesus, so we were gisting. And I just said, Jesus is really you people. I was like, that's so crazy.
They are so I don't know how to explain it. There's a kindness. It's not about pretending to be nice. And that's why I like my church. Please don't come. Don't come.
No, because I was laughing and I was like, I usually really dislike church people. Because you know the ones, they behave like their assistant Holy Ghost. And they have really terrible character. It's just that they're workers in church.
Have you ever met someone that they talk one way, but they enter a place and the atmosphere goes down? Yes.
Everyone is just like, what is here? So I was joking with them that you guys, as in real Jesus in you.
A warmth and a kindness. And that's what it is like Jesus in them. Because even in situations that you want to be whiny, and I don't mean about the wedding, just in general. So I have like a couple of friends from church, and even in situations that I want to be like whiny and a bit and complain a lot and be upset, there is a way, there are 3 people I'm thinking about in particular. There's a way like we start to talk and they're very quickly able to help me kind of like shift my perspective. They help me so much. And that's why in the last couple of months, I've been like, actually, this insistence on looking for offense, on waiting to be annoyed, I've been working on it really, really hard. But Maz, we love you so much. We love
you. It was a great, honestly,
I love time.
A school. I love a wedding where you travel because all of you become like people on a school trip. There's like a deep bonding that happens because what else? Like for the 4 days that we're here, it's all of us that are here together.
Yeah.
So I suggest everybody, and everyone was on great form.
It was fun.
Everyone was on great form.
It was so warm.
Vibing. It was so wonderful. I met a bunch of people. It was really lovely.
It was really lovely.
It
was really, really nice.
And Mazakas are also just too fine. Like
they look like.
I posted a picture and someone replied me saying, "Okay, so is it realistic for two people to be this good looking inside one house? Is it fair?" I said, my dear, I think about it a lot. I looked at them. I said,
okay, now I can go back to being bad mind. Can I say something?
Yes.
So, you know how someone said near me, and she started laughing when I replied that. She was like, like this couple is going to do wonders for the kingdom. I said, because they are fine, Abby. Because there are lots of average looking and ugly Christians that get married. You people don't say that.
Also,
you see good looking people now, you know that they're going to do wonders for the kingdom.
Oh my God, I have to say, you guys, Daddy Shoki performed that. See, I don't know how to. Our friends as well were just like, look at them. You see people say you're British. Look at how happy you are. You guys, I don't actually even know why. I think it was just the nostalgia of it. I just heard somebody call my name. I said, what's happening here?
The way we ran.
I ran, and then this man removed his turban. He removed his shit.
You guys, Shoki's locks are up to his feet.
No, they're to the ground.
They're really
to the ground. He removed his turban.
And that man is in his 50s now.
And his shirt. I was so happy for him to be like...
It was a lot of fun.
I don't know why. I was just like, this is such a crazy throwback.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And the thing is, he was actually just a guest.
He was a guest,
wasn't like meant to be there doing anything.
Because he was also from Isoko Land.
He was just a guest. So he just carried the mic. I think the DJ started playing it. And he just carried the mic. And he was just like, well, let's run it for that. Because I remember at the trad, I looked, I said, you guys, that's a joke. Someone said, no. I said, is that not a joke? They didn't answer me. I said, you see it now. You see what I'm saying?
It was great.
It was lovely.
It was absolutely gorgeous.
And also, another thing for me, at that wedding, the DJ knew our age. And, you might want to take it as an insult. But somebody told the DJ, I want you to know these are 30 plus. These are people who have been around, okay? Because there was no jam from our time that he did not play. Once he entered Cisco, I said,
that was fun.
We're finished.
That was a lot of fun.
It was a lovely, lovely time.
That was a lot of fun.
Also, there was Amala and Warri. People were very pleased.
She married an Ibadan man, though.
Yeah, that's true.
She married a man from Ibadan. I suspect that because that Amala and the guy that was in charge of the Amala, I'll never forget this. So someone wanted to eat ofada rice and stopped the Amala guy. He said, no, you specialize in Amala. I think they brought that man from Ibadan. I'm not joking.
For sure.
They brought him from
Ibadan. Because his attitude was one of...
The Amala and the ofada, the taste, I was like, this is
actually proper. So I had the ofada. I had a great time. Also, I keep saying this thing. At weddings, you must find an enterprising waiter or waitress. You must. Shout out to Uche, who was the enterprise. It was Tim that told me that I found him. I said, my guy, at the end of the day, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm feeling your concepts.
Yeah.
Because the babe, she first came, she said, she was like, she now told me that, please, they're bringing out champagne. I said, my sister, this is what she just came to whisper, because there was just like wine on the table and like drinks at the beginning. She just came to whisper to me that they brought out champagne. I said, my good sis, this is why we like you. This is why you're here for us. Don't worry yourself. Anything that you need. So we're taking care of. I appreciate it.
It was beautiful. And then we came back to Lagos on Sunday morning, you guys. It was so funny because we've been together for like 5 days now. And we're in the airport in Warri. And we just hear, and I blame because they were a lot of Mazzy's friends flew in.
Yeah.
For the wedding. Like just for context, Tolani came on Saturday and left.
Like from London.
People flew in
from America. Like people flew in.
And she left on Monday. Like we came back to Lagos on Sunday. She left on Monday. Lots of people did that. So there were accents flying left, right, and center. We get to the airport, only for us to hear the flight from Lagos
has arrived. sorry.
No, do you know how funny it was? Literally,
everybody.
Imagine a crowd of people say,
Literally everybody was like, the accent was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. She actually, she don't like to show us that she's learned. So she said, instead of saying 11, the flight from Lagos is set to land at 11:25. She said, we'll be landing at 11:25 a.m. It's you better don't bite your mouth.
I honestly believe that to work on an airport speaker announcement position, there's an accent you have to have.
1,000,000%.
And nobody can hear you. Part of your job is that nobody in the airport can understand what you're saying. Because all of a sudden they're just saying, now I want to announce, I replied, and I'm
that's
like,
literally what we were
what
hearing.
are you saying? Let's hear you.
The groom's aunt laughed till she was crying. She couldn't, you know when you can't, because we're used to not being able to hear, but we could tell it was so ridiculous that she'd be like,
we could tell that she gauged,
people think you can blow
because
accents.
It's a very small
tiny airport.
Like
it's really small.
Airport. And you could tell that she gauged everyone and she was like, I know what they need.
It was fabulous.
And then also, when we were even coming, our pilot spoke only Pidgin.
It was the funniest thing.
It was
the funniest thing.
I laughed.
So he said that there was Sandra and Sharon.
No, it was Sharon and Shelly.
Sharon and Shelly.
He said anyway, if you don't know their name, just say she baby.
Then go answer you.
I said,
it was so funny.
No, it was too funny.
It was so funny.
Actually, the funniest.
So we came back. It was nice, and then I went to my friend Jaiye's baby dedication, which was so lovely. I can't believe I've known Jaiye since I was 8, and she's now in her mother era. And I just was like, oh wow, like this is who we are now. And we've gone to because we're still childish. So at a point, like baby needed to sleep. And we wanted cake. And we're those kinds of friends. So she was like, okay, I'll make a deal with you guys. I'll bring you extra cake if by the time I come back,
baby sleeping,
you've put baby to bed. I am the Abaya auntie. So I said, you know what, I'll follow you to cut the cake because I wanted to play with it. Like, she won't sleep if I'm here. I'll be playing with her. So 2 of our friends, Regina and Tolu, put her to sleep. And true, when she came, once they had cake, no, they made sure
that baby
they made sure that girl was snoozing off. But it was really, really beautiful. Like, I was just looking, I was like, oh wow, like my friends are really doing this thing. That's fantastic.
So of course, when I came back, my uncle came to get something from my house, and then he heard my voice. He said, Fikemi, what happened to you? He said, you've gone out, happy? I said, yes. He said, oh, I heard you travel. So I went to Warri. He said, for somebody else's wedding, Abby.
Not yours.
I now said, what does that mean? He said, no, every time I see you, you're coming from somebody else's wedding. That anyway, one day will also come from your own. I said, Uncle, this is Sunday afternoon.
I'm so glad.
You actually don't have to do this thing that you're doing.
I'm so glad you said that. So all of our friends saw my dad yesterday, and she was like, oh, she's not feeling a bit too well. My dad was initially making fun of her. Then he realized that, what was wrong with you? She told him, she's like, oh, she's not feeling well. He said, what happened to you? She told him. And I said, well, you and your friend are not married.
Let me tell you something about Pastor K. That in his life, he believes deeply, sincerely,
all
that
our problems,
if we were not spinsters,
sadness,
we will actually not be facing all this problem.
Like,
according to him, he said, it's because we won't position ourselves in the right way.
Maybe if I tell my dad that, oh, like I feel sad, I feel a bit lonely, my dad said, you know, we're your husband. I said, you see, if I'm feeling lonely, you know what I'll do? I'll call my wife.
I just like my mom. I asked her, she was helping me buy contact lenses. And I said, anyway, you don't have anybody else to send, so. I said, sorry, I want to ask you, what does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with, I said, Ma, you're in London. I simply asked you, if you don't mind. If you minded, Chibi, you would have said that you can't go. Kill off her insults. Crazy. So these days, I try my best not to say any words. Because only if I always call my grandma Happy Sunday.
Well, that's cute.
I called her Happy Sunday. She said that she knows why I didn't tell her I was going to Warri. I said, yes, we all know ourselves. You have started saying one thing, two things. She now said that, okay, no problem. I was waiting because I knew I was ready for her. She said, how was the wedding? I said, it was really lovely, lovely couple. She said, who did I go with? I said, my friend, female friend. I said, yeah. She said, so if I'm always with female friends, when will I have any male friend?
You can't have.
I said, you want me to have male? She said, no, she's just asking me that. She said, do I know how old she is? Do I know that what she's waiting for is for all of us to just keep it moving? Get married, keep it moving so she can go. I said, I don't think that's appropriate for you to. She said, when will I have male friends? So anyway, these are the things that are. Anyway, year of love shout. December is still.
Yeah, so it was a great weekend. Congratulations to Mazino and Kaz. What a lovely time.
Yeah.
And Jaiye and baby and her husband.
It was a lovely
weekend.
I really I really love when lovers win.
Yeah.
Lovely time.
Anyway, back to Christmas. First of all, as you can see, our studio looks gorgeous.
Wait, yesterday we went for Christmas dinner.
Oh, yes. We went to Desiree Yama had a gratitude dinner.
And I just want you guys to know that, of course, there was a prize for the most memorable person. Guess who else? First of all, who else could possibly have won?
Gosh.
Apart from me.
Because of her big voice, you don't stop going and going and going.
And even with my cracked voice, which is a testimony for somebody. It's a word for somebody. Even if your voice is shaking.
Go God.
You can still win.
Sure. So you can be one most memorable guest. Olivia, who looked gorgeous.
She won best dressed.
Best dressed. And then so it was for they invited Desiree does this like Muse of the Month
thing.
And so most of us were able to attend. And then they had people who had been on the like wish list for the year but were not able to do it. And so they invited them as well. And then
it was actually really fun.
Their favorite Muse, and it was Chef T from what's the name? Diary of a Kitchen Lover, so Tolani. And she won. But she's so sweet. It makes sense. She's so sweet. And she's so nice. And it was an easy, beautiful dinner. But it reminds me of why I really like hanging out with big groups of women. Like we were able to have really like honest, interesting, fun conversation. We were eating. Wumi cooked. Wumi of
you guys, Chef Wu made this.
Oh my God.
There was this prawn thing with
I have a note in my drafts I'm about to send to our group chats with Odu and Debbie. And everybody going to insult me. But I just said, let me wait till this morning because the food was, you guys. See, I don't. There's something that we're trying to do. I said it can't work.
I don't eat.
It can't work. I don't have to do it.
I don't eat a lot of things. I don't eat a lot of things.
This is true. I was surprised.
I actually don't eat a lot of things. So I told him, she was like, don't worry, like you like it. There was a prawn thing that came out and it was like a butterfly prawn. And then it had like a palm oil sauce type sauce. And it had like
okra.
Not like okra like made into okra.
Not
like
made
just
into okra, but
sliced okra. But the thing is that when you put all of it together, it tasted exactly like elastic, but it wasn't
ila.
When I promised you that there was nothing on my place.
It was stunning.
I said, this kind of fancy dinner. You're not supposed to eat like that.
She made this hummus
You're not supposed to clear.
She made this hummus that was made with beans and it was gorgeous and a flat bread. And the final dish was
like a plantain thing with coconut and ice cream.
The moral of the story is it was gorgeous.
That's just the truth. She did cook like mad.
Yeah. But shout out to okay, you guys have seen the video. You guys have seen the video.
Please shout out to Desiree's videographer. We saw him yesterday. He said now wow that we really, really took him for a spin. I said he should. Anyway, yesterday as I arrived, he didn't learn. Because he told me there was one like photo booth outside. No, that's what he said. He now said I should take the photo booth. I should just be on the phone laughing, sultry, excited. I said, this guy, you changed. When we said we said we should vibe. You didn't learn anything. So, meanwhile, what was that boy's name? Ramsey, my picture.
The photographer.
My picture.
Took stunning picture. But it was just a lovely dinner. And I'm really proud of Desiree. I think building any business is really hard. Building a fashion business is difficult. And I've been following her for years. I've been buying clothes from her for years. And I'm not just saying this because, she made us muses or whatever. I bought her clothes before. I have clothes from her. But she even was able to speak like
about her business a bit.
But she gave us some like, I don't want to call it advice, but someone at the dinner like explained to us something that was really difficult that she went through this year. And then Desiree kind of like spoke about some business stuff. And I remember thinking, this takes more than, because it was what she took on is very costly, it's difficult. and other people too who run businesses. Everybody's favorite, Toby Hamilton, was there. We've had Toby on. She's the owner of the
Toby
house.
Still needs to come back. She owes us a
story. Yes,
so this is the next year.
But it was just wonderful to see what she had built and all these women that she's built like relationships with. And it was a beautiful, beautiful dinner. I had a great time. And then she gave me and Fekemi these dresses that genuinely, wow. When I drop my pictures, you guys don't know. All you're going to be able to say is, wow. First of all, normally I don't wear dresses. Every spot to my breasts. How will I keep it? Where will I pack it to? She made allowance for it.
She did. And I also want to dress as the most memorable. And I want you guys to know that I'm entering. That's my New Year's dress. I promise you.
There's no way. It has to be
the truth is I actually don't have any plan for New Year's, but even if I'm in my house, you will see that dress. Yeah. That's what I want you guys to know. If I stay at home New Year's, even the dress is even a mini dress. I want everybody in church to know that's what I'm wearing. Yes. Yes. What's that thing? I wear bolero.
No, that one this one you have to wear tight. Leggings. That's my mom's hobby. Leggings. You know wear leggings under that.
That my mom loves
leggings and bolero.
Do you actually know where we are? My mom is always like, you can wear a kimono over it. And I just think, honestly, it's actually not the fashion.
No, I'd rather be covering my breast with my hands. No.
Meanwhile, shout out to my mom, who has discovered sunglasses.
Who, your mom?
In the daytime, in the night, anytime. She bought one very light sunglasses. She has been wearing it out. Someone said, they saw my mom when she was on shades. Nighttime. I said, my sister, please, I want actually. Anyway, so, yeah, it was really fun. I loved it because they had everyone was answering different questions and everyone was just open and sharing. I just love when big babes gather. It was just really nice and like nobody was on any weird behavior. Everyone was just chilled and relaxed.
She gave me and Fekemi a code that's you can only use it when you go in store. You get 20% off. But we're not going to say what the code is here. You have to be part of which community should they be part of, Najite? Sign up to our newsletter.
So we each have individual codes, and in the code it's only in store. If you go into the Desiree Ama store, you get 20% off if you say the name of our code. So it's only people on newsletter that are going to get the name of the code. So sorry to all of you.
And this year she has, in the store, it's not just the dresses, there's hair, there's candles, there's biscuits, there's chocolate.
Basically,
there's
every
Christmas.
If you want a Christmas box for people, you can get it there. If you also want bag, with your dress plus shoe, plus hair even, you can get all of it
in the store. Well done to her.
Honestly, last night was really actually a great time.
I loved it. Loved
deeply enjoyed it. It was because normally I don't like a lot of brand events. That's just true of the matter. Because I just feel like sometimes they don't really they don't really think
things through.
They don't really think about the people. But yesterday was honestly, it felt like, obviously not everyone knew each other, but it just felt like a great group of people, and she created a really nice.
Other than the dresses, the dress you asked for, the dress you won, and what we wore, whose dress was your favorite?
Faye.
My favorite dress was Olivia's.
Yeah, that was really lovely.
That's it's very much my style.
And in any case, I've already told Faye that I'm taking it. Things I've known faces were in pre-group. So we actually, honestly, we're both fake, but we both had to choose what they want. So sometimes people call me Faye and I'm like, that's actually not me. You can't do that. I remember in the lift in Warri, right? It was really random because the two people in the lift were talking about how their names are Kemi. So I said, well, my name is Faye Kemi. And I remember the older lady said, so which do you go by, Faye or Kemi? I said, but she said, really, why? I said, ma, I don't really know how to answer this kind of.
Yeah, I was also reminded because Bemi was at the event, Bemi, the OAP businesswoman, and just Bemi was our first guest, and I said what I said.
She actually really was.
She was so kind because we just asked based on let's just see, and
we actually had nothing going on at the time.
Literally nothing was really happening. She came, she was warm, she was open, and since then she started Bemi shoes and bags.
A bunch of different
She's
things.
done a bunch of different things, and I remember I was looking at Bemi and I was like, yeah,
even when we were traveling, she was at
when she was at Wakana, she hooked us up. Like I was looking at Bemi, I was like, yeah, this. I didn't tell her, but I was looking at her, I was like, yeah, this shit too. Like you've done really cool things and you've expanded. So guys, please, if you have big feet, I think she does up to a size 47.
Yeah, I have
for
big
women.
feet. Trust me, it's very important.
Yeah, so she has Bemisoke shoes and bags. Who else did I found out about Ava and George? I didn't know about Ava and George official, the clothes.
I didn't know either.
I didn't know about them yesterday, so we met her yesterday. So if you have children's clothes, if you want to buy children's clothes
Ava and George.
for someone for Ava and George, they're so
Really
cute.
lovely. I also didn't know that what's her name had a brand. This thing called fashion.
Oh really? One day likes.
One day likes. I had no idea.
Anyway, we have very soon. You're gonna go to be introduced to. We have Fake and I have a list.
We have a list of things, places, people that you should
for
support.
Christmas. So don't worry,
because we've said you should support them. We've tried. It's tested.
It's going to be exactly. Only things that we can guarantee, it's going to be fabulous. But like I was saying,
I will actually shout out to Toby. I was telling her a story that the last month I was, when. So me, I have PCOS, so my period doesn't come all the time. It's like once per quarter. Anyway. So when it comes, it makes a crazy announcement. Anyway, I was meant to have dinner with my friend, but she wasn't feeling well, so she couldn't come. So I was in Lekki and I was I don't even know what I was doing. But you just get this feeling that your period is about to start. And you just know that, see, if you don't find a solution in the next 10, 15 minutes, disgrace is what is going to be sure for you. So I remember we were close and I just looked around where we were. I was checking the map. I just remembered, actually, I know what I need to do. We're near the terrace. And so the friend that was with me was like, oh, what are we going to do in terrace? I thought we were going to house for dinner. I said, no. I know Toby. She has stocked in her bathroom.
Oh, yes.
Everything.
Tampons
I said, everything that I need, plus deodorants, wipes, tampon pants. Toby has it in her bathroom. Lo and behold, we got to the terrace. They were like, oh, do you want to sit? I said, I'm going to the bathroom. Just hold on. Give me 1 second. I went there. I was like, oh, you see what I was saying? Every single thing that you could need, if that kind of situation happens to you, I'll sort it out. So I was like, there's no way. We have to sit down and have dinner. There's no way. So
yeah, we're going to do something with her next year. It's very exciting.
My good sis, well done for
that. You guys will see. But like I was saying, like as you guys can see, the studio is very festive.
It's Christmas.
And guess who hooked us up with all this really cute stuff?
Celebrations. Do you guys remember when they were talking about their pink tree?
Here it is. It's so cute.
It's so cute. I can't believe you people did not buy this. It's so cute.
It's so cute. I'm sure somebody will buy this year.
If I had I don't know, a store or something, I would definitely go for this.
Yeah.
Because it's very cute. Too pink.
Yeah, it's like a blush.
It's very cute.
It's a blush.
It's very cute.
It's a hue.
My mom would fall over if I put that in the house. But
no, my dad wouldn't really care. He'll be like, is it not supposed to be green? And then he'll just go up. He won't really care. But yeah, Celebrations has their Christmas sale on at the moment. And because they are friends of the show, we call them. We said, please, we are doing Christmas. They said, say less, girls.
Say less.
Say less. We will be there. It's actually.
See my Santa garment.
They gave us the hats. They gave us like decorations.
And please, Hertunba has me looking like a rich lady.
A big babe.
Which is my favorite look of all.
Yeah. But yeah, you can go to get like Christmas stuff. You can go in store. They have a store on Adebayo Doherty in Lekki, or you can go to celebrations.com.ng to figure out if you want to get like Christmas decorations, you want to get presents. They have cards. They have all sorts of really, really cool stuff. But they also gave us like some cute little like gift boxes. We have 2. But for you to win it, again, newsletter. You have to sign up to the newsletter. So if you sign up to the newsletter, we're going to give you our Jaiye codes, individual codes, and then we're going to give you... You're going to have the opportunity to win. You're going to win the goodies in these celebration boxes. Yeah, and then this about that. When I wore it, this morning. Declan said, Declan said, where are you going? What's the name of the collection again that this is from? Yes, women before us. Now, let me not lie to you, and I'm not trying to be funny. Shout out to Hertunba. She's one of the first people that ever gave us clothes. Yes. Ever. I cannot forget. We did one suit. We did a thing for one of these banks, and she kicked us out. I still wear that thing. That suit now. I still wear that outfit till today. And she was so sweet. Like, she didn't know us from anywhere. In fact, I've only met her maybe once. Yeah. But what I do like about her clothes is, like, first of all, she does... I'm not going to pretend to care more than I do. Yeah. But she's very, very mindful of like fabric and how she uses it. She uses a lot of Nigerian fabric, 1. 2, she doesn't do like a lot of like, she doesn't do fashion for fashion's sake. So she makes clothes slowly. But this one, I can't lie to you because every time I've worn an outfit from Hertunba, people are always like, Jolly baby.
Where'd you get this?
No, when I watched outfit, I was like, then
literally as I was leaving the house. I mean, you guys know my brother. He said, he said, where are you going? I said, why? He said, because this is a very, very serious. He said, this is a serious look. So trust me when I say that if you are looking for, something major.
Yeah. Check out the Women Before Us collection at Hertunba. Very, very beautiful brand. We love not just the owner, but the clothes themselves. Very nice. Sorry, please, what's happening with my drink?
Sorry,
remove it from the nylon now.
Okay,
make the noise and remove my drink.
In terms of Christmas periods, this is not it.
I don't grab. They will complain anyway. Just remove it.
Do you think you could be Mrs. Claus? I don't think so.
No.
There's a lot of rapping involved. I don't like that at all.
I'm not a fan.
No, I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan.
I'm not a big fan.
Cute job, but not for me. Then the animals, they smell.
That's true. Yeah. A lot of reindeer.
Reindeer, they smell.
Why is it only Dasha that I can remember? The rest of their names are what?
Let me check. But that's not here, no. They just call them. They'll come.
Thanks, babe. What are the rest of their names?
Rudolph is
good. That's a very good one.
I think there's Prancer. Is that Snowbell?
Gbeborun. No, I've never heard of it. I think you made that up.
Yeah. I'm thinking of something else.
Prancer is there, Rudolph.
It doesn't matter to me. Should we do some dilemmas?
Sure, there was something I was going to ask you before that.
You always ask me random and stupid things.
Yes, it's very important, I think.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
What are you looking forward to Christmas?
This year?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not Christmas Day, like this season.
So because we've worked really hard this year, like we work hard every year, but I think this year we really put our backs into it. I need a break. One,
I need a break, but I don't know. It's not the Christmas break that I need.
No.
Like the type of Christmas we have in Lagos, that's not the break I need.
Fair.
It's just that I'm not going to be able to have the break I need in this Christmas.
Do you know what it is? So I wasn't looking forward to it. Then a few days ago, I remembered something that I always say, and I'd somehow forgotten. I was about to start sulking that I don't think it's going to be a good Christmas. And then I remember, Jola, you're 32 years old. Like, if you want a good Christmas you make yours. It. Yeah, the generation that you make stuff happen. So I'm going, when I get home today, now that I know that we're done with recording, I'm going to sit down and be like, what kind of things do I want to do? Someone like, we're doing a dinner, by the way.
Yes.
Like with our friends.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No, what's her name is doing Friendsgiving?
Lila.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Friendsgiving.
And she was occupied.
Friends Christmas.
She was otherwise occupied. Now, friends dinner, no, don't worry yourself. But
but we might have another option.
Yes.
I'll send it to you.
You know what it is? For me, it's that I'm actually so tired that I actually don't have the energy to do the creation.
You're going to regret it though.
Probably.
If you don't do it, you're going to enter January feeling worse. Fair enough.
The problem is I can't do it. But I'm also grown enough to know that because I'm not doing it, I can't also expect. I mean, it might be good, it might be bad, but I can't expect anybody to do it for me.
Yeah.
I can't leave my whole Christmas waiting for people to phone me to say, let's go and do this. So I've already accepted it the way it is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, let's see. But I'm actually exhausted. Man.
No, I have to like find something to celebrate. There are multiple good things that happen. No, someone said that we should do like a review of the year. We're not doing a full review of the year.
I don't actually want to do the review of the year now.
We can do it next year.
Yeah, when we come back. Let 2025 hit. Because let me tell you, the reason why I don't want you people to be down, there's nothing good I have to say.
Yeah. No, genuinely.
I'm actually not joking. All my scores have gone down.
Yeah.
I thought about it the other day. All my scores have gone down. So I don't want you people, because that last time, the number of people that messaged me with genuine and like sincere concern, it was very sweet, but it was also very overwhelming because I was like, no. It's not, don't worry, please. I don't want you people to be. One girl messaged me, she feels so sad that I'm sad. I said, hey, please, sorry now. Don't be too annoyed. So there is that. There was a silly question I wanted to ask you, which I forgot.
Have you ever asked me no silly question?
Yeah, it's good. It's true.
Which day?
Have you ever but this was a very good silly question, I would say. I really should remember.
Please do your best.
Okay, you go ahead.
Put on your thinking cap.
I'm wearing Santa cap, actually.
What does that have to do with anything, Fikemi?
It's a thinking cap.
Is it?
No.
All right, boys and girls, this fantastic episode of I Said What I Said is brought to you by AfriChange.
AfriChange is the easiest way to send money across Africa and internationally, everywhere.
There are very low fees, no processing time, if any, very tiny, and you get loyalty points the more you use.
Yes. If you are in Nigeria, you can pay your bills in Canada. Mm-hmm. You can send money to Canada. Exactly. You can also pay your school fees in Canada directly from Nigeria in Naira. If you are in Canada, you can send money to many, many countries all over the world.
All right, guys, so get to supporting people who support us. Enjoy AfriChange and enjoy the rest of the episode.
That is africhange.com.
Okay, let me see if I can get one or two cute little questions. Okay, they're not cute, but I think we should end the year on a banger in terms of some of our dilemmas.
Sure.
All right. Where are we? All right.
Oh, yes. I was going to ask, what do you want for Christmas?
Rich husband, man.
Apart from that, that's a very good one.
A rich husband.
Apart from that.
What I want for Christmas, I want... It's nothing that any human being can do for me. I want clarity of thought. Sorry. That was deep, Abby. I'm so sorry, guys. Nah, the way you guys reacted, that's... I should have said one sure.
Okay, if I say, I'm going to say mine.
I'm so sorry, no, I mean, you should have seen Debbie and Ajite's faces. They were like, what the fuck is this one talking about?
Well, that's a very good... Did you do... Okay, no, we're together in New Year's, but I actually did it. Did you write like a forward-looking thing?
Not properly.
Yeah, I wrote it. I looked at it yesterday. I shouldn't have done that.
Oh no, I'm not happy that you didn't.
I shouldn't have done that. It was one of those things that, to be fair, we do it every year. It's my friend Shane that started it. And on the 1st or the 2nd, you write as if it's the end of the year.
And what you want to have happen.
So yeah, you write it as just like gisting, like, hey, I'm so happy that this one happened, blah, blah. It's small. It's meant to be like a small, it was on one of those small post-it letters. I read that thing and I said, fuck, what a disaster. Now, Toby said something yesterday. Toby Hamilton. Her question was about a personal change that had happened in her life. And she said, I'm happy. And I was like, that was I want for Christmas.
Oh,
yeah, that would be nice.
I do want clarity of thought in many ways. And I'm not going to get it.
No one my thoughts to be clear.
All the things I'm doing. And what I need to do, I don't know if I want to dedicate to it because it's all spiritual. It's all faith-based. And I don't know if I want to be that obedient or I don't know. So I have to make that decision. But in terms of material things, what do you want for Christmas?
Money.
You just want people to give you money?
Plenty money.
Fair.
Like I'm actually not being funny. I want like money from like, it sounds weird. I want like unexpected money. Like not someone, I just want it to come out of, that's how I'll know that, okay, Santa is moving. Like out of the blue money. That's actually what I want materially. Fair. But otherwise, I was like, what Toby said, I really loved it because she was like, the thing that has changed is that she's genuinely happy. I was like, wow, could use a bit of that. Clarity of mind is very serious.
Yeah, I do. So it's not in that way.
It's not even a deep way, but I like it. But what
it is that I'm really struggling to have clear thoughts and make good decisions.
What do you think is because of?
It's because I don't have... I've not been like... So because of what I've chosen to do with my life, it's very difficult for my parents to help me. And those are people I rate the most. I don't know, I'm feeling emotional, but with my dad in particular, like I think he is. My dad is one of these most clever, kind people I know. Like I think he's a very wise man. But because of this job I've chosen to do, a lot of my dad, he can't help me. He's always like, that sounds good. Because he just doesn't understand the industry. He doesn't know what to do. I don't have a mentor. I don't trust a lot of people. I don't trust it's a combination. So I don't trust their taste. And I don't trust their intentions towards me.
Sure.
And so I don't have people in terms of... So when I talk of mentors, I don't mean people I admire from afar. like a Reese Witherspoon or a Sorry. I mean people that are in my industry and I can go to be like, oh, sir, ma,
this was
going on. So there's that. And then I've found it very difficult to trust God. Very, very difficult. For a myriad of reasons I can't explain without sounding somehow. So I've been looking for how to do things. I believe God gave us brains to do something, but that has now veered into arrogance. That I can't do everything by myself.
Sure, I get that completely.
So what has now happened is that over time, what I took for granted, what I thought was me actually has not been, because now that it's fully me, I'm confused a lot.
Yeah.
And so I have to...
I see what you mean.
Yes, I have to figure out how to go back and have a clear mind about decision making. It's been really, really tough for me this year.
Well, if I start talking, it's very somehow. I'm not going to. I spoke about this thing in Warri, and the reaction I got, I said, fuck, I made a huge mistake. But anyway, that's that.
So that's why I said I want clarity of mind. But let's do some dilemmas before we get a bit too deep. Because from the way the photographer self-reacted, I was like, it's like you're new here, sir. Okay. I don't want this one. I want one or two with a banger. Okay, this is interesting. Considering it's end of the year, I think the feeling a lot of people get.
Lovely.
It's from Haunted Gen Z Baddie. She says, hey guys, I love the pod and you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
So the dilemma, guys, I had a fallout with a friend 3 years ago in uni. She cut me off over something I did and I was genuinely so apologetic and sad about the whole thing. But some things you just have to let go. Fast forward to this year and I keep seeing her in my dreams. I know it's possibly my mind playing a very fast one on me. But do you guys think I should reach out to her? Bear in mind, we've blocked each other mutually everywhere. Or just let my dreams continue doing their thing. After all, a simple dream. Also, I worry I'll be devastated if something happens to her while we aren't friends anymore. Check on her.
Yeah, go on, check on her. Look, if you're trying to rekindle the relationship, that's on you. And it's for you to check on her.
No, I do. This one I will say from personal experience. Every time I've had an urging to text, message, call,
I should do it.
Check on someone, and I've ignored it. I've regretted it in a big way.
I've regretted it crazily.
Every time.
Now I forget. Don't get me wrong. I still not forget, but you have the instinct right now. Check on this person, and then it comes a second time, a third time, and then I'm just like, oh, maybe I'm in the podcast, I'm doing something, and then obviously by the time we finish podcast, I've forgotten.
Should I give you a really strong example?
And then I'll see, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Should I give you a big example? Because for me, it has always happened. So I get some stuff that I used to think of was minor. So this is a long-winded story, but you guys just bear with me. In my house, and I know this is a lot of same for most people, when NEPA takes light, because there's no pumping machine working, water pressure is low. In the last, we're in December, right? Maybe since I prayed about something. And since like September, October, every time something I said, go and shower now. It's a minor thing. Shall I go and take a shower right now?
And you don't do it.
And I don't do it. When I'm ready to do it, it's a long-winded thing. And it's a minor thing. But it's also been happening with other random things. And every time I do it, I forget about it. Because when you do something, you don't really think about it. But when you don't do, that's when you remember. So there was someone I knew that entered my mind. And I don't know how to explain it. We're not close enough for the person to have popped into my mind. But I thought maybe it was amable. Maybe I've seen something on Instagram. And I just thought, and it actually wasn't. But I just thought, maybe later. A few weeks later, his mom died. And I remember thinking, now he's going to be swarmed with like a lot of... But when the person first popped into my mind, all I kept thinking was, we're not close enough for me to be like a person like, oh, how are you? What is going on? Blah, 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 blah. And since then, I've not ignored it again.
Yeah.
When somebody pops into my mind like that, I just say, how far? What's going on with you? Are you okay? Is everything good? And I've decided to stop ignoring it.
It's so funny because very similar thing. And I just, like a week, I was like, I need to call this babe. I need to message her. There was actually no reason I didn't do it. I wasn't even feeling somehow. It was literally just, once I finish the thing I'm doing now, then I will call her. But then, once I finish the thing I'm doing now, something always just, and I'm like, the next day again. And it was really funny because I now ended up messaging her at like 3 a.m. because I was just like, you know what? I'm awake right now and I have remembered this thing. And she was awake. I ended up talking to like 5 because she was also like, if you know how I've been looking for you. And it wasn't even anything that deep. It was just, both of us just needed to speak. We were like dealing with similar things. And it was very crazy because this is not a person I'm close to, but in that moment, it was only two of us that could relate to what, and I was like, it's literally 3 a.m. There's no reason why two of us should be awake, but it was very needed. And I remember just thinking, we could have done this a week before, and like both of us would have had more support if we just had bothered. Yeah, if we just bothered to go ahead. So it's really random and interesting. I try to always keep to that. Like if somebody pops up, or if I just get a random feeling that call this person, message this person, and I never think, I don't even know that is anything that serious. I'm always just like, just do it. Just do it. It's not a big deal. Matter. Just do it. Just do it.
Up next, we have I'm Not the Bride, who says, Hiya, FK and Jola. Just here to dump some wahala on you guys as everyone does. So I was dating this guy for about 2 years and we got engaged in February. I thought we were a solid Roku. This guy would wake up every day, get dressed, pick up his lunch and head out like any hardworking man should. He'd even come back in the evening, tired, and tell me stories about his day at work or a wicked manager. Only for me to discover through a random conversation with one of his friends that my man had lost his job. He's been pretending to go to work every single day for over 4 months with no leave. I confronted him and he had the audacity to tell me he didn't want me to feel like he was a failure. I was like, if my own fiancé could lie like this with confidence for months, what else can he lie about? I can't lie. I was scared by the length he took with deceiving me that I broke off the engagement. Imagine the kind of energy it takes to wake up by 5 a.m., dress up and leave the house like everything is fine for over 120 days straight. Even pretending to beat Lagos traffic. Meanwhile, this nigga has no job and no plan, living on vibes and lies. I feel like I should do a testimony for this. Thank you. Yeah,
you see, so for me, what really kind of pains me about things like this is you say you want to be with somebody for the rest of your life. Don't get me wrong, I get it. Losing your job, it can be embarrassing. There can be shame attached, especially, for guys, you take all these things, money or financial, whatever, a bit to heart. But it's so simple. This is the person you say you want to marry. Then you have ruined it because you want to keep up. I don't even know what their appearance is.
You know what?
To me, it's just so silly.
It is, but a part of me understands.
Don't get me wrong. I completely understand. What I'm saying is, what if I was talking to the guy, I'd be like, guy, the problem is, it's such a shame that you just look at all these things. You've lost the personnel for what?
And now what was supposed to be about pride?
I would honestly rather whatever maybe your insecurity was that if you tell her she'll behave like this, I'd rather she did it so that you know that. Because I'm like, you've actually just lost this thing for nothing.
Because what has been about pride has now turned into you being a liar.
Yes.
Did anybody watch Smart Money Woman series here? I finished it yesterday. And I remember a big one. Obviously, I think Shola is a dick.
I think
neither here nor there.
Personally, that Shola storyline, I'm like, I'm not happy
at all. But what I do remember thinking about was within a very personal relationship, an intimate relationship, I think there's something so interesting, particularly with, I'll speak from the context I understand, Nigerians. This might be a reach, but I do think the fact that we were punished so severely when we were younger for minor infractions means we have a deeper propensity to lie than most because of the way we preemptively react to imagined reaction. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
We're trying to manage potential reactions that we think are outsized. Yeah. And so we're managing people that sometimes don't need managing. And I'm even speaking to myself on this. So for instance, like I understand, because I'm very prideful around money. I don't like asking for help. There are 3 or 4 people I will call immediately I have a problem. And my version of immediately is I've tried to sort it out. And I need a stopgap. I'm very prideful around money and work. And I get a big part of my identity, which is very unhealthy from it. And so I worry a lot about it. And I have more compassion towards people who make their problems worse because their pride doesn't know how to explain to people that they want to view them in a certain way that, I have a problem, I don't have money, I've been fired. It can be very humiliating. Sometimes you as a person, people don't associate you with your work, but because you think of it as a very integral part of who you are, I make this kind of money, I do these kind of things, you create problems where there are none.
Yeah.
Because her problem is not that you lost your job and you haven't had a job for 5. It's that
you lied to her.
You lied.
And not only do you lie, you were actually doing a performance.
Yeah.
A simple lie, I don't have a job, and you're not doing anything. You are acting, to be telling someone you're in traffic, you're doing this. Your manager is doing this. Even if she loves you, wants to forgive you. If I was her friend, I'll tell her not to, because I'm like, see, if you can put on this show for something that, okay, to you, I do understand completely how to you is a big deal. You've lost your job, you don't want her to see you like that. I get it. But also, what do you think marriage is about? If you marry and you lose your job, is she going to divorce you? Like, is that what you, because me, what I really think is, what exactly do you think of me? I know it's not even about her, that's the truth. But what exactly do you think of her that you will lose your job? And it is so much of a thing of shame to you that the person you want to marry, you can't tell them. I understand if you don't tell your friends, though.
Do you know why this is so funny? I think some of this is also generational and like contextual. Because I remember one of the discussions my dad and I had about like weddings and marriage has to do with money. Like and it wasn't about whatever man or guy or whatever. It's a very personal thing. And my dad is so befuddled by what I think of as being ready or put together or whatever. He said something to me. He was like, Jola, when I married your mother, when I was dating your mom, I was paying her rent in a different house because my parents don't believe in premarital sex and my mom's parents lived abroad. And so he was like, he wanted her to stay in Nigeria so they could continue their relationship. So he was like, I don't want you to be put out, so I'll sort you out. So he got her an apartment. So him and his friend lived in an apartment and both their girlfriends lived together. So they would pay their rents and pay their own house rent.
Yeah.
And so my dad was like, he was a baller. That like in terms of starting your life out, he was doing really well. So that's how we married and we had come as confusion. Money finished. And so I looked for the end of the story. He said, exactly. I could not chase you and your mother away. So he's like, when you say these things to me, do you have no faith in the kind of person you would be with or in your character that you think I want to be settled in a very specific... Because then when I explained to my dad what my idea is... I explained my dad, I think you guys see him on my social media. Trust me, you don't know him. If my daddy should laugh at you, you'll be shy. I don't know how to explain how, no matter how minor it is, there's a way my dad will laugh at you that you will feel an overwhelming sense of shame.
And foolishness. He laughed. He was like, Jola, but what if you guys tides turn? And does that mean you look at him and be too ashamed and you say, yeah, coming back home? Or if his own fortunes change, you would then tell him, this is not what I signed up for. And he was like, I can't convince you. My daughter, I love you. Nobody's chasing you anywhere. But this is something you need. This is an arrogance and a pride thing. You think it's about taking care of yourself. It's a pride thing you need to pray about. But I see it in many things like this where people really are you get so much identity from what you do and how much you make. That if anything shakes that, you don't rate yourself anymore. You don't rate yourself so you assume... And then you assume everybody else doesn't rate you. And I think it's just, especially in the kind of situation where this is somebody you were marrying, for me, it's just a shame because I honestly think, don't get me wrong, I'm not belittling what it is to lose your job and to not have the same, self-confidence. It shakes you. I get that. I just think it's such a shame because now you've lost somebody that you wanted to be with. To me, it's crazy. Yeah. The price is too high.
Yeah,
the price is too high.
It reminds me of something. When I had a summer job. I'll never forget. I had a summer job 1 year, and it was a really weird thing. I mean, I can talk about it now, but my dad used to work at Oceanic Bank, and Lamido dissolved the bank. Yeah. So he woke up, and basically
the bank was gone.
My parents were on holiday abroad. You guys, I think I've never spoken about it. One of the most traumatic things that happened to me. I got a call that there's some people at the gates. We used to live in VGC, that they're coming to the house. And they basically had cleared out my dad's office. My parents were on holiday. It was just how I found out that my father did not have work again. So I called. My parents came back first of all, my mom said that she was panicking. And she was like, oh, Kola, should we go back? He said to do what? I don't have work, but let's enjoy our holiday. Say what happened. Our children said it's even long break. We've paid their school fees. At least that they are going back to school. They said, let's just relax before we go home. So my dad came home and everything. And his attitude meant that I didn't panic. I was obviously older than my brothers, but I knew something was wrong, but not so worried. So the day I was starting my summer job, I had gotten the summer job already. I'll never forget. My daddy came downstairs. He said, well, Jola, I want to talk to you. I said, okay. He said, I want to let you know, congratulations. You're not the breadwinner of this family. He said, you now have work. That's why I came down. I want to know if you need anything. Have they packed your lunch? Do you want lunch? I said, Daddy, I don't want lunch. Because I can't give you money for lunch. He said, yes, so I'm going to go back to sleep while you work for the home. I said, Daddy, it's a summer job. I'm not even getting money. He said, but you're going somewhere. I'm going back upstairs. And he just shrugged and went. And I remember thinking, this man has zero. He's so confident that it can never occur to lie to my mom.
Oh, yeah, doesn't have a job.
He just said, don't you have a pharmacy degree? You don't want to push up. He used to make us, and I remember thinking, like, obviously it takes a while to be able to get to that point. You know, at the time, I think I was like 16. I can't go anywhere. My mother cannot run anywhere with her two children, adults. What does she want to do? But I remember thinking that, because he was so confident that it might take a while for something else for him to figure stuff out, but he will. He's still a good dad. He's still a great husband. He's still an accountant with qualifications. It's just the way the tide, turned. And it's sad that you've lost. Because even if they get back together,
that's what I'm saying. For me, I just think it's such a high price for your shame about money, about not having a job, about and don't get me wrong, I guess it's why we live in the society we live in. But look at what you've lost as a result. It's crazy to me. Also, it's crazy that you think you will marry somebody and not tell her that you don't have a job. Hey, yeah? What kind of thing is that? Okay, you two, what was your plan?
Genuinely. 4 months.
What was your plan? The truth is that if she was my friend, I'm not joking, if she tells me she wants to get back together with him, I'll tell her, I cannot lie to you. This is diabolical. It is. It's diabolical. You are not his friend.
Yeah, his girlfriend.
You are his fiancé. He said he wants to marry you. As the two of you should be together. You will have children together. Then you'll be lying that he has work. He doesn't have work. Yeah. So
let me read the last one.
Oh wait, there's one.
Okay, which one do you want to read? The last one. No, this one is to kind of end it, and then.
Okay, which one is it?
It's a life update. It's not a dilemma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there were. No, we can't do two in that case.
No, we can't. Who's going to beat us? Who's going to beat us? Our podcast.
There are two that I wanted to do. There's one that is funny and silly, so I'm going to start with that one because I don't think we're going to have that much to say. It's short and sweet. I know there are three. You have to choose. Do you want one about a boyfriend's girlfriend not being a baddie, or one that he did threesome and it didn't work out for him? And then
Start with the threesome.
To read is about somebody dating
Start with the threesome.
Somebody secretly dating her sister.
Start with the threesome.
Good. Now, Walker of Shame says, I have died 7 times typing this, but then nothing spoiled. So I initiated a 3-way shit with my babe. But when the +1 came, I became the actual +1. From the start, I was struggling so much to be in the loop. They literally enjoyed themselves like I was irrelevant right there.
Good.
Me, I left the event, I went to sleep. Like that wasn't enough. When they were done, they took monopoly of the duvet. I slept cuddled up. I was left to the evil hands of cold. Neither of them understand how evil it was because they just felt normal as shit. I was so pissed. I had to go to church the following day and ran to God. So I want to ask you something.
So you went to God to say, God
bless you. You went to God to say, not only was I fornicating, I joined somebody
good.
But I want to tell you that I don't like what they did there. What do you think is really going on, my brother?
What's a big fool?
What an absolute clown. Anyway, sorry.
I can't even tell you sorry.
No, sorry.
That's how life is.
He's feeling some... No, you know, a lot of times nobody sends you. Now you want to do threesome.
Yes, no.
Now it didn't work. And I'm so sorry. But once again, you started it. Sometimes when you play stupid games, look, you've won a stupid prize. But anyway, now you know what your babe likes, what she's into. So
just take that feedback on board.
Take that feedback on board.
Become a better man.
Thank you. Sorry about you and the person. Okay, now the other person says, a soon-to-be hot girl. Hi, Jola and FK. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. So here's my dilemma. I feel like my boyfriend is ashamed of me. He doesn't want to.
No. Girl, no. This is the last episode of the season. You can't just breathe. But She didn't say unhappy. She said ashamed. Yes. You know what shame is?
Yes.
That's more than I'm shy.
He's feeling shy.
No, ashamed is different from shy.
No, he's actually feeling shy.
No,
can I have another drink? Because just to tell, he's feeling somehow. She's feeling somehow. Everybody's feeling so. Even me, I'm feeling somehow. Have to be honest with you.
People wrote to me is feeling somehow.
Yeah, everybody's feeling somehow, actually. And Rotimi has a lights on his head. He doesn't want to admit it to himself, but I don't think he's proud to post me or show people that we're together.
Oh, Chim.
Whenever we hang out, he always acts as if he's alone. Maybe because I'm not a baddie or dressed sexy. But whenever he's out with his friends or other girls, they're all over his Snapchat. But if it's me, all of a sudden, he wants to live a low-key lifestyle. I try to hide it so it doesn't seem like it's affecting me, because how do I say, please be posting me? Girl. Let me tell you, sometimes you feel a way and you are right. In this case, I promise you, you are 100% correct. The problem is, I know that it's not by conversation. Well, actually, you know what? I always say you should communicate. I think this man doesn't like you like that.
No, it's a combination of things. I'll speak on behalf. I don't know.
And again, that's a massive assumption I'm making, but I'm making it with my chest.
Let me say one thing. If you feel, actually, I was about to do something stupid. One, I've never played devil's advocate before, so why start now? If you feel your partner, if you feel, go for big bad thing.
I thought I was going to say, you want to play devil's advocate for somebody that the devil's already advocating?
If you feel, so this is another thing. This is something about somebody feeling ashamed of you, particularly in I'll speak as a Nigerian. You know when someone is embarrassed to be around you.
You know, it's clear.
This reminds me of the day I wore rubber slippers outside the house. I knew my mother was ashamed of me that day. She didn't associate with me. I don't know how to explain to you guys. She did not associate with me. I made a mistake. You know, like when you're rushing out of the house, I wore rubber slippers. My mother acted like she had 2 children, not 3. Because she was thinking, I thought she thought, how will I explain this stupid girl's reasoning? How did we get here? So, I do think that there's a sense you get around, there are some emotions that are very strange. When someone dislikes you.
Yeah. And when
when someone dislikes you, when someone is embarrassed. Embarrassment there's an attitude that comes with it. And this is what I think. This is not one of the things you talk about. So
that's what I was going to say, that I was about to say have a conversation, but I think the conversation is going to make you feel worse.
Yes. Because it's with embarrassment and shame, if I say Fekemi, sometimes I feel like you're embarrassed to be with me in public. So that she lies and says, oh no, why would you say that? Or she admits it and I feel
either
worse.
Is terrible.
Either is not a great thing. So I don't know. I don't think that I think unless you want to, I don't think you're gaslighting yourself.
I don't think so.
I don't think you're insecure.
I think some things are obvious. So is
he a secretive person?
No, that's what she's saying. She's saying he posts everybody else that he's with in his life, but they're baddies. If it's baddie, he'll post them. Now his baby is not a baddie. She doesn't dress sexy. You don't want to post her. But other baddies posting.
He posts.
That was my own. If he was not posting anybody, we'll say it's not about that. He's not into posting. But
I think
posting a baddie.
I think if you sense that someone is ashamed to be with you or be around you, I don't see the point in a conversation per se. I think
you should have it just so also because I think that the thing you need to have clarity so that your eye will clear, I think it will be in that conversation. You see, because when you see that he either doesn't get it or doesn't also give a damn, I think you'll be released.
Fair. Oh yeah, read the last one.
You'll be released to move forward. I'm sorry there. That's really, baby. Let me know, like, your partner being ashamed of you is a tough.
Have you ever dated someone that you think that does all that? Have you ever got a sense that either a friend, not even a relationship, but like a friend or someone you was like a bit embarrassed or something?
No, to be honest, not really.
I had something that I'm thinking about now, and yeah,
not really.
But I was a fool.
Yeah,
I was a big fool. It's the same person, that frog boy.
Sorry,
no, it's okay.
Sent me something. I'm just like putting the opinion. Okay, the last one is Puff Puff Palava. Good day, my gorgeous Joel and FK. Hey girl, I'm in a bit of a situation. I'm dating my sister's husband's brother.
Okay.
Here's the gist.
So your brother-in-law?
Yeah.
Your brother-in-law's brother?
Yeah.
Why did you say like that now?
She wanted us to know now. I love a detailed lady. Brother-in-law could be from any side.
Okay, fair.
She said, here's the gist. Nobody knows except our friends. And even they don't know about the family connection. We're both from strict Yoruba homes where in-laws are treated like blood. So this might be a big deal. I'm just not so sure. My sister and I have a huge age gap and we're not particularly close. For context, she's actually my cousin by blood, but we grew up treating each other as sisters because our families are so tight. Anyway, I met him when I was staying at her house for a short visit. The connection was instant, love at first sight, if I'm being honest, etc. We didn't act on it immediately. We kept things respectful and only started talking months later. But now it's getting really serious. He's literally ticking all my boxes: emotional support, intellectual connection, shared values, and most importantly, he genuinely cares and is faithful. And he's also a gorgeous man. Here's where the wahala comes in. I don't know how to move forward with this situation. I feel like I'm stuck between two extremes. On one hand, I don't want to end things with him because I know I'll regret it if I chicken out and let this go. On the other hand, I'm terrified of the potential fallout with my family. He has a cooler family and he's ready to risk it. But my strict Yoruba household, I just don't know. This kind of relationship will definitely raise eyebrows. Sigh. What should I do? Is it worth the risk to be with someone I feel is my soulmate? Yes and yes and yes. My sister.
There are three. I would take it in 3 steps. Step 1, you call him and say, what are we doing here?
He has said he's risking it.
No. Risking it for...
Lamba. So sorry.
I'm now in my 30s.
I don't like a lamba.
You can risk it for... We don't like... There's serious relationship that he actually likes you, but it's not going anywhere more than we like each other. Like, we seriously like each other.
Very much.
We so love each other, just so serious. But not to the point that, like, if marriage is your own personal interest, he's not marrying you. But this is a relationship he takes seriously, which sounds crazy, but genuinely I've heard it before. It happens all the time. So ask him to be clear before you start overthinking. Like, I'm just trying to understand, like,
I feel like from what she's saying, they've had this conversation, and that's why they are ready to do family talk.
I'm ready to. That's how you hear. I was ready to risk it all. I was ready to be public. See. Nothing like clarification. No.
It's true, Sha.
There's nothing like clarification.
Get a clear
Everybody loves...
Oga, I want to marry you. Talk your own.
Everybody loves like inanimate romantic things where, we just understand so well that we're on the same page. No, there's nothing bad in saying, I just want to get a clear sense of where you're at and like what you think this is or where this is going, because I'm not interested in potentially having this. I don't think any relationship will be ruined or anything like that. I just don't want a situation where I go to bat for a relationship.
She's ready to scatter her family and you're not on the same page.
I'm having arguments with my family. I'm having lots of discussions for something that doesn't end where I want it to end. So that's the first thing you need to do. Second thing you need to do is, who is the person in your family that is a combination of like highly cantankerous, but who is the most difficult person that is you're also able to talk to? Do you know what I mean? So you can have an auntie that's very, very difficult. Then you can have an auntie that's a bit difficult, but when you talk to her, she understands.
She understands.
That might be somebody that you ask, like, that is it a big deal to date? Because, like, do you think if somebody's dating, blah, 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 blah. Yoruba people have OT. They'll understand what you're trying to say. And their reaction might tell you where you're going. And the final thing is, something that Feliz and I talked about, recognizing this late. Yeah. How much of your life is your own, right? It is crazy to me that my sister married somebody maybe 5-6 years ago, and now his brother is my brother.
Yeah.
Hey! Do you want me to marry or not?
Yeah. Like, you can't... I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I get it. But like, I just think, if what Jola said, if 2 of you are genuinely on the same page, I don't think it's close. He's not your cousin. Mm-hmm. It's not close enough a connection for me for it to be ruined. If 2 of you are serious, if 2 of you are playing, who are you calling? Who are you telling? Yeah. But if 2 of you are like, as in this, I want to marry. I'm personally, first of all, there are many things. You people are not that close. I get the family thing and they will make noise, but families make noise for things serious and not serious. Last they will stop making noise. Eventually, everybody will get on board. So please, let's keep it moving.
A few weeks ago, my mom came to my room and said something in such a serious tone. The way I looked at her, I could see her in her mind calculating, would she mistake? How do I leave this room with dignity? Because families make different things.
It's actually not every time. Yeah. It's not every time. And again, you have to fight for what is important to you. If this is genuinely important, personally, I think it's worth the risk. If you're on the same page, I don't see why. He's not your brother.
Do you know, I can't count the number. Okay, I can count. Let me be reactive. Let me be exaggerate that much. But there are quite a few people who have told me that there's a relationship that they thought was important to them. that they let go of because their family was a bit. It was just like, oh, I don't like this. There was no concrete reason, and later on, their parents would say stuff like, but you let it go easily now. It could not have meant that much to you. And they were always shocked.
Yeah.
At that, almost like, small opposition. You said
no, you're not ready now.
Now you want to blame us that you've not met anybody since. You're happy. It wasn't that important to you. Yeah. I was like, sin. So I don't know.
I just, personally, I think for things like this, I will fight. That's just truth of the matter.
Yeah.
Because it's this kind of thing, who you are, if it's somebody that you genuinely want to marry or whatever, it's two of you that are going to be in that place, not your family members.
I do have a friend who tussled with her mom over a relationship, and it was very contentious. They didn't talk for
like a year.
No. Because what it then meant was the relationship ended. But what it then meant was her family realized that she's ready to take it there.
Yeah.
And so there was a respect of her wishes in general.
I think it's very important. Like, even if you are wrong, even if you I think it's very important to have, like, to be able to live your life, especially because it's not, if what they're concerned about is something that is harmful to you, like, I don't think this is a good person. That's a different fight. If what they're saying is the way it looks, his brother is married to your cousin, your sister, I get it too. Don't get me wrong. Maybe the dynamics are not, but really, you people are not that close.
Yeah.
You people are not that close. It's not that serious. My cousin's husband's brother, marrying like mad.
Fine. Exactly. It's not even our sister.
I'm marrying him. Don't worry.
Okay. This is the final one. And it's from Jola's bestie, FK sister.
Lovely.
Who says, hi guys, this is not a dilemma, but a life update. I always used to hear you guys talk about London and I was super intrigued. My year took a crazy, surprising turn and my visa to the UK was approved and I couldn't wait to tell the two of you. You're like my cool sisters. Anyway, I'm currently in Manchester Airport Terminal 1. I literally just arrived. I'm going to visit London and will have both of you in mind. Love you very much and I really hope you see this.
Yeah, I wish you message us so we can tell you the spots.
Yeah, what to do,
the things to do. But enjoy. That's my city. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah. You have a great time. Well, I hope you've already started.
I really hope you're having a great time.
I know it's cold on your visa coming through.
Yeah.
Love a bit of that.
That's very, very cute.
That's very lovely.
Hello, boys and girls.
Hello.
So we know how, the cost of living is at the moment. We are all looking for money that can come in. So if you want to, make a little bit of money, you don't want to stress yourself, you can put your money into Bamboo's fixed returns.
Yep.
Where you can earn up to 8% per year in USD.
Yeah.
That is United States dollars.
You also don't have to be anxious about putting your money down for an extremely long time. You can put it for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or a year, which is 12 months.
Yeah.
So like we said, up to 8% a year, you can save that money in Naira or dollars.
Yes, you can.
And if you're interested in what we're saying, you can click this link to get started.
And get into it. You guys will recall that my team won the challenge. So I'm so sure some of you have already jumped on this, but people on Jola's team are just learning about it. There's no problem.
All right, guys. Back to the episode.
Bye.
Awesome. We've tried though.
We've tried.
We've gone to the end of the year.
How many episodes is this?
52.
Jesus is Lord. Do you guys actually know what it is to sit down and be yapping 52 times?
Years.
It's crazy.
Episodes.
It's crazy, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crazy. That time we did 2 episodes a week. I see nothing. We did a huge mistake.
I loved it though, but it was a lot of work.
You guys, and then people were saying, "Oh, this is how it should be normally." I said the way you stop listening because we'll be so irritated.
Our producer plus our social media, everybody was tired. Everybody was over it. Like it was a lot of work, but it was really, really cool. I want us to have like a short chat, but before I do want to get some like admin out of the way, which is something that we like to do. So we like to shout out to people that we've worked with during the year. So this year we worked with MTN, who are repeat customers.
Yes.
Thanks, babes. I ported to MTN a few years ago because of stress.
I can't lie.
And I've not regretted it.
I don't actually have signal on my 9 but I actually just use an MTN MiFi like constantly.
All the time, yeah.
All the time.
Shout out to MTN. We worked with AfriChange, who approached us at the end of the season before.
Yeah.
And was so
lovely
sweet
time.
and
very
so
grateful
cool.
for
very
that.
Well done. Bamboo, our babes.
Our people.
Ugo
of Bamboo Marketing. Ugo.
Okay. But Bamboo, thank you so much. They've been really like, I don't know how to explain it. Like we talked, let's talk something about, I think people think brands and sort of like they are, I don't know whether you call it ambassadors or people
just like, yeah, just fine. No, we
tussle like mad with us and our.
In fact, whenever we see rich one, we need that and greet him outside.
Us and our sponsors, they're always like, what kind of human beings are we dealing with? But thank you so much to Bamboo. Celebrations, duh.
Look at everything.
The cutest siblings in the world.
I love the episode.
The loveliest. Shivas.
Shout out to you.
Bella Niger and sorry, just 1 second. Let me make sure that I'm getting it right. I don't want to say rubbish. All right. Bella Niger and She Tank. That's the episode with.
Yeah, we had it.
I think that was one of everybody's favorite
people
episodes.
Really enjoyed that. People really enjoyed that. It was
really liked that episode with Rewa. But working with them was really fun. It was also very new for us. Let's see, who else did we work with? Rexona with CC.
Yes, that was hilarious, to be honest. That was really funny.
So yeah, we worked with a number of really cool people this year.
A lot has gone on.
We've done a great job. What have we done? We did shows in Dublin, Manchester, and London. Fabulous. We did our first like mini event. We did the Valentine's Day event.
We did the Valentine's Day event.
That women did not show up for.
They didn't. So they actually
shamed us in front of those men.
We didn't get a couple from that, I don't think.
No, they tried. No, 2 people tried. They went on there.
It can't work.
It said, nope, that's my friend.
It can't work.
It said, that's my friend.
So yeah, we did that. What else did we do this year?
What else did we do this year? We started our newsletter.
We did.
Which was fantastic. We have playlists, which is pretty great. Wait, what?
We have communities, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, we did things this year.
What else have we done? I feel like there's something I'm forgetting. And I can't remember what, but I do feel like there's one thing that I'm forgetting. I don't remember. Anyway, December is coming.
Now we can make the announcement.
We have a couple of events.
Fantastic.
So, wait, when does the Express start? 18th?
When does the Jaiye Express starts on the 18th.
First stop on the 18th.
We have a dinner.
We do have a dinner.
We don't want to say too much.
We can't say too much, but there's a dinner.
There's a dinner for, what we always say that they're big babes.
Big babes. I said big babes. We have a dinner for them.
No, I can't lie. Some stuff, I'm trying not to like get too excited.
Yeah, but I'm actually really excited for dinner. I can't lie.
We've been working on some things that 2025 is going to be
the dinner, I think, is going to be really fun. Big babes. I said what I said, big babes. Lovely dinner. We're going to have a time. We're going to have a time.
And then you see that 22nd.
We're having...
Oh, God.
We're having a bash.
No. What we're having is not a bash. We're having the bash to finish our bashes.
We're having a bash. It's very, very serious. And you know, when it comes to enjoyment, there's nothing I take more seriously in life. My passion is really the art of the bash.
Yes. So
very
basically,
serious.
When we were trying to decide what we're going to do this year, because we do something every year, sure. But you see, the problem with being people that care about your community is you overthink things.
So we wanted to do something on a certain scale. Yeah. That's the truth. But that costs a certain amount of money, which we don't have.
Yeah.
So let's all level with ourselves. So we were like, okay, but let's still do something for the people without, and it's not going to be like what we wanted to do, but we're going to have a great time regardless.
Yeah.
Therefore, we're having a party. And you know, this kind of party is not about frills or whatever. It's about enjoyment. It's about wear your shoe, wear what they call a dancing shoe.
That literally,
don't wear any fashion shoe that you cannot move in. No, that's not what we're doing. This is a dancing party. This is a party that, you know, when you've left your house, you've gotten home and they're like, what happened to you? Where did you go? That is what we're doing. Yeah. We're having kind of party where someone is like, loading now. Why are you looking? You said, because I was in the enjoyment man.
So what we were talking about is we've done a live show. Okay, now I can be honest. Last year when we did our live show, Fehemi and I were happy with the live show. But a big thing we had was we understood our community. And I know it sounds like, wow, we can be like a bit la-di-da, but we really care about people.
Yeah.
And we always worry about funds. And we know we know that people will pay for an event, but sometimes you think not just strategically, but you think with your heart as well. this year has been our hardest year financially for us.
So I know that.
So we know it can't have been easy for you too.
And the truth is, if honestly, if we did the kind of event that like I would want to do, the ticket prices will be high.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way we can afford. As in, if we did a party where when you come, all the vendors you can imagine are there.
Yeah.
We've given out.
Decor,
we did Ashoebi again.
There's Ashoebi.
We did. I can't lie. You guys will be paying 50K, 75K,
and we couldn't
onto party. And I was like,
we couldn't justify that in the middle of a recession. I'm sorry. I understand.
See, we know our people. I just don't think it can click.
But we just didn't feel like, okay, is it right to do this in the middle of a recession? No. But we want to hang out with you. You want to have a good time. So we're having a bash. Let me tell you how funny it is. We're currently tussling with DJs. We have like 4 or 5 DJs. Back to back. We're tussling with them.
And it's like, see, what we want for you is that 1 hour. I want you to fight for your life. As if you've never DJed.
As if you've never played before.
Let people be running mad. Let them try and figure what is happening in this place.
Yeah.
That's what. So it's a party. It's just a party.
Yeah. You're going to come. We're going to dance. We're going to
Max, there's no fabric this year. We'll call Kolo.
Yeah. No. No fabric. We'll call Kolo.
It's a come as you are. It's not that serious. We're
going to have some vendors selling food and drinks.
They'll be selling food and drinks.
We're going to have the bounce bar. We're going to have our own bar. We're going to have...
That's it. That's actually it.
We're going to have Soji.
Small decor. Soji is going to be on the mic.
Soji is going to be on the mic.
Soji is going to be on the mic. And I don't know if you people are ready.
If you've ever been around Soji when he's working as a hype man.
I don't know if you guys are ready for what that means for you.
Yeah, but we have about 4 to 5 DJs. The day we're recording is Tuesday, but by the end of the week, we'll have our 5 DJs.
And we'll announce them. And prices are...
from 7.5 to 10K.
To 10K. Simple, easy.
That's it.
You can run it. You can come. Cheap thrills.
Yeah.
Cheap thrills.
Have a good time.
So we're just going to have a good time.
7 o'clock to midnight. Please don't come at... Let me say something.
See,
I'm not in the mood.
I just want to say also
don't come at 11 o'clock and say,
I want to say about this party. You just heard that we said it ends at midnight. I want you to know that, okay, maybe midnight you end. By 1 o'clock, everybody has actually... It's not a case of you've left. As in big men are chasing everybody out. You know what I mean? So let's avoid disgrace at all.
Please, let's just do our best.
Let's see, come at 7. If you come at 7, you meet every DJ's 1 hour set. You will dance to, there's food, there's drink. You will be okay.
I can say it now.
If you come at 10, there's even no problem. But it's 2 hours that you meet there. And that's all you get. Come at 11, because problem. I'll collect that money, I'll collect it. 1 hour, you'll be out. When you complain, I say, okay, but it was there for you to read. And this is not like a Christmas. Now, I know normal Christmas, they just write 7 p.m. till late. We didn't write till late.
We wrote till 12.
We wrote till 12. There's what they call closing time. Okay? Because you know how Christmas is. There are things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we want you to be able to dance, finish. If you still want to move to another locale, you can do that.
We are moving to another locale. We
even have appointment. We're leaving. We're going somewhere else. Okay, there are concerts, there are things. So let me tell you, 12:30, I've entered my car because I have somewhere to be.
Yeah.
So if you like.
Yeah, on the 22nd of December, 7 p.m. to 12, we're going to put up the location. But tickets are out on Friday. What's Friday's dates? Just to make sure. Let me see. On the 6th of December, tickets will be out. Friday the 6th. If you like, don't get there on time. Early bird tickets will finish. That's your hard luck.
Yeah, then you'll buy at the
But Jenny, do you know how proud me and Fekemi are of our ticket prices? When I told somebody said, is it to register, then you buy the ticket after? I said, no, that's the ticket price. Because we give a shit about people. Like, we can't ask people to be vomiting stupid money during the recession.
We actually want you to come. Like, we want a lot of people to come.
We want to have a good time. I want to dance with you people. You guys have to ask DJ YK his price.
I don't want
when he told me, I said, please, sorry.
I don't want to get involved.
I said, Big Daddy, my baby.
Let me tell you the problem. Sometimes you feel like you've got to a certain place in life where you can be approaching certain people. I also know that we were wrong.
We were very wrong.
We were wrong, and I apologize once again.
Yeah. But we have amazing DJs. I'm going to have different, like, I don't know how to explain. What's
different
the
vibes.
Different vibes at different hours.
Each hour.
We're going to have a couple of vendors outside. Our people will always be there.
People that are going to be there.
Our people will be there.
And so it's not the kind of place you come to, you're shy. We're all coming for dance. This is why I keep saying, don't wear what you cannot dance, Don't play yourself.
Make it like a cute dancery. Because we're going to have picture area. We're going to have photographers.
You'll snap a bit of a picky, but I don't want you to be feeling like, oh my God, just standing there. You're just, Do you get?
We're going to have a great time. I'm actually genuinely excited now.
Don't worry yourself.
It's going to be delicious.
There's the 22nd.
We might have one more thing.
We do.
And we'll let you guys know. But yeah, the Jaiye episode is in full swing.
There's 23rd?
24th.
24th.
Yeah. But don't worry, you'll find out more details.
You'll find out.
Things are coming. Things are happening.
Well, we'll be there.
It's about to be delicious.
We'll be there.
It's about to be fantastic. And we can't wait to see you guys. Is that it? Is there anything? Have you remembered what you wanted to ask me?
No.
No?
I didn't think of it.
Oh my God, faking me. So
it's a shame.
Do we have no discussion before we end?
Let's have it. What do you want to discuss?
I don't have anything to discuss.
Me neither. I think that's it.
That's pretty much it. It's been a really interesting year. I said what I said has done very well.
Yeah.
We didn't feel it because of the recession. But I said what I said has done well. And that's because of you guys.
Thank you so much.
You've been amazing.
It has been the best time.
You've been gorgeous.
I say all the time, we have a really great audience.
Yeah. And we're going to, every year we try and figure out how to do better and do more.
Yeah, we will. We'll next year will be better than this year.
Yeah. And that was our breaks are for, guys. So that we can
thank you very much. And we're going to come back. Bigger and better. Don't worry. All of you that are looking for live shows here and there, we've actually heard you and we're actually planning. We're trying. We're coming.
Yeah, we're
just give us till when we come back to let you know that we're coming. We're
not playing. We're
actually not. We're not ignoring the situation. It's just honestly sometimes it's just how life plays out and some things are not possible. But next year they will be possible. Yeah. And so we're coming.
We have to thank all our people, our sound engineer, Dave. Everybody knows that David is not the one that does.
Everybody notices. Shout out to David. They know immediately,
but shout out to David, the most amazing.
Bestest of them all.
Shout out to the most stressed member of our team, Rotimi. That does video. Rotimi joined us this year and I'm sure he regrets it, but it's late already. It's already late.
By so many
noisy women.
So many noisy women.
I'm
sure whenever he leaves here, he's just
he's confused. Shout out to our head of design, Onyinye. People always say, oh my God, the graphics.
Onyinye is doing... Is
the baddest and the best.
The best. Don't worry about it. She's the best.
Whenever people say, oh my God, I know this amazing designer. If it's not Onyinye, they're doing rubbish. Forget about it.
She's the best.
If it's not Onyinye, DK, just
don't stress yourself.
Don't worry yourself.
The best of them all.
Then our producer, Sister Deborah.
Sister Debbie, you guys know. Sister Debbie. You know her from her front, you know her from her back.
From her back, you know her from everywhere. Genuinely, so I have to say this personally. So I work with Debbie, not just with herself, but with Carousel. And nothing can happen if Debbie... There's a day that me and Audrey were on the phone. I'm just saying, thank God for Debbie. Between the two of us. Zero.
No, Debbie has made a huge...
She made a huge difference.
Shout out to Debbie.
Shout out to Debbie. Shout out to Najite, social media manager.
Social media. You people have been saying, social media is this. It's Najite.
Because it's not
indulging you people in that community.
If it's me and Fekemi, it cannot be more than shut the fuck up.
Nothing. Sometimes I see what you people are discussing there and I'm like, oh, should be Najite.
Shout out to him. Anytime you see anything, any TikTok, any live, just know it's her. Anything unique. Any new thing. Then anytime he sees we know what's going on, it's Teresa.
Yeah.
Just know anything the youth, because you guys know me and Fekemi, don't know what's happening. We're 30 plus, please. We don't know how it's going, but shout out to our team. It's been such an amazing year.
Amazing.
We've made a big shift this year, and it has been...
And I think it's gonna
keep getting better.
Shifting. And so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I think we're going to do really well. I wish we were able to discuss a topic, but genuinely, Fekemi and I don't want to make people sad with our year-end review.
I don't.
Okay, I do have something to talk about.
Okay.
Making things happen.
All right.
As we're going into the new year.
Okay.
There's something that we're working on. Don't worry, it will come out. I don't want to say dates anymore because you guys get really agitated.
Yeah, and I don't like to disappoint you.
I don't want to disappoint you anymore. But I will say that one thing I'm learning more and more and more is nothing. And when I say nothing, it's a beautiful story to say things just happen. But I swear to you, nothing just happens. Nothing happens in a vacuum. I know it's a recession. I know it's really hard. I know things have been really tough. I know a lot of people's friends and family have jackpot and Christmas this year seems dull. But when I tell you, in as much as saying, okay, please, I need a tray of jollof rice and a tray of, just that little act of having something coming to you, having a plan. Okay, I'm going to the cinema. Okay, I'm going to download this film to watch. Okay, I'm going to go out to this place. If you don't, let me tell you something about millennials in particular, because we were the generation that grew up with 24/7 TV, we are the most childish generation.
Yeah.
So we don't understand that we are the ones that are supposed to make things happen. Our childhood has been elongated for too long. That's why we're struggling with, now that Gen Z is the target audience, we are very offended. So people say, oh, who are they talking to? They're talking to the audience they're talking to. You're no longer the target market. Don't worry.
It's not you.
It's not you. You're not the child anymore. You are now the adult. Guys, call your friends that have children. Ask them what their children like. It's your turn to make children's Christmases a big deal. It's your turn to do. Our audience is between like 19 and about 58, 60. So the older generation, they get it. But particularly like millennials and older Gen Zs, we don't really understand that it's our job as the adults to make things happen. If you want a good Christmas,
you have to do it by yourself.
Don't worry, even us who are creating a calendar, you will see there are lots of things happening. Some of them are expensive, some of them are cheap. Go for the cheaper things if you can't afford the expensive things. Call your friends, have a game night at home. If you don't bring something, you're not entering the house. Go back and buy a drink. Go back and buy a bottle. Go back and get food.
Like it can be light.
Plan things. All the stuff that a lot of people have subscriptions. Watch things. Make a plan. I know it sounds silly, but trust me.
I'm also exhausted.
Happens.
Don't get me wrong. So this is not that kind of Christmas where I'm outside every day. I just want to play with my friends and then go home. That's the truth. But
you have
even
to plan
that alone is fine.
Yeah.
Like at least you know that you're doing. Even if it's 2 things you're looking forward to during the week, have them, do them, keep it moving. Yeah. It's fine.
That thing of buy, even if you don't have money, buy a trinket for the people you love.
Buy Christmas outfits for yourself. Feel good.
If you're a babe, don't do the expensive nails because you don't have money.
Do your nails.
Do the cheap one. Do it in Thai lungu. You will still be fine. Like just make an effort. Like you and your partner.
Christmas hair. Feel good.
No, genuinely. When in the middle of a recession, I know it sounds stupid.
Do Christmas hair. Feel good for yourself.
Just
feel good inside
not for
your
other people. But really, really, guys, I know it sounds crazy. Try. Also plan. All the things I didn't plan this year did not happen.
No, nothing.
Look at that. All this, I'll just see how it goes. It went. It surely went. So I got a planner from, do you know Tassel?
No.
Face
Okay,
Kamsen.
yes, I do know Faye Kamsen's planner.
Yeah, I got a planner and I just realized that I wasted a lot of opportunities to plan a bit better. So this year was hard, but there's no reason to... One thing, Nigerian government, they are very good at taking a lot. But when they take your dreams, my dear, what's the point?
What's the point?
Go into next year hopeful. Go into next year with plans. Sit down and write. Don't write your dreams like other people are going to be able to read them. Don't curtail that shit.
Don't limit yourself as well. One thing I find about what you want is really weird because I started journaling. It's really weird when you are to yourself trying to rationalize what you want. But it's your own.
It's your own.
This is not a space for nobody's reading my journal. Nobody, ever. It's not a public space. It's never going to be.
I'm no longer a child. Nobody's taking my journal.
I don't have any interest in. I'm not showing anybody. Yeah. It's not about that. So sometimes I'm like, please, who am I for me for? It's only me here. So this thing I wrote now is a lie. Mm-hmm. But I wrote it as if somebody's going to read it so that it'll be like, oh, this is a sensible thing that you said. But it's that's not what. So in your own space, have what you want. Mm-hmm. Me, I fundamentally believe in life is very tough. I believe people can have what they want. Yeah. I believe it so strongly. Mm-hmm. You actually can. It might not always happen in the way you want it to. I really believe that you can actually have what you want. But it starts with you even being very clear on where it was as well, which opens door for disappointment. That's another story. Mm-hmm. But you can have what you want.
Yeah, please. I just feel really strongly about encouraging people to do that because like I said, this is our last episode. We're not giving you a Christmas episode. We're not giving you a New Year's episode. So genuinely and truly, sit down, think of what would make this time, not this time, but I mean the end of the year in 2025.
Fulfilling for you. Also rest. Better. Me, I'm exhausted. Rest. That's what I said. I'm actually not doing If you see me outside because I'm playing with my friends or there's something important happening, I'm not doing the general, normally Christmas, you're just outside for the sake. I'm not doing it. I'm tired. And not because there's actually no other reason. I'm tired. When we get January, we resume. The one thing about Lagos, there's always outside.
Always.
There's no outside is not reserved for Christmas. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you can be outside. Don't worry about it. So I'm coming. But like, if you need to rest, do that. If you need to like take time to figure things out, I don't know if your work closes for Christmas or not, but like at least that week of Christmas, New Year, time is a blur. Do that one. If there's artists that you like that are doing concerts, go there.
If you can't afford it,
sing with them.
Buy the cheapest ticket. Beg your friends.
Beg your friends. Stand.
Go.
Dance with them. Don't go to anyone you don't want to. It's the one you want to go to that is in your heart that you go to. You have a good time.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel very strongly about it's hard, but don't make it harder by allowing pessimism steal small. I think small joys. That's the only way to check me. Like my mom came, she was like, oh, she wants us to take family Christmas pictures. And my first instinct was to be cantankerous. I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. I actually started, and I could see her face just dropping, like, oh, wow, like all my children are going to be at home. Like, let's do something. All those small things that seem stupid, trust me, is better than doing nothing. I see, you think you don't have money, so the small rice you can afford, you don't want to buy it. You will regret it. Rice, You don't want to make plans. Save money for this zoo. So that at least Christmas Day and New Year's Day is 24 hours lights you have. Anybody that wants to burn, let them burn. Have a great time. That I'm telling you, do what you need to do to have a good time this Christmas.
It will pass.
It will pass. And then you now find yourself at the beginning of the year grumpy.
You're back. Now you're back at work.
What about not even enjoy it? Nothing happened. How can anything happen if you don't make it happen?
You didn't have any holiday. You didn't rest. You didn't do...
Even carol service in church, you did not go.
You didn't go.
So how will you be happy?
Worship night all day long.
You did not go.
Concert
the free
long.
ones you did not go.
Games night long.
Your church said come and do outreach. You did not go.
Your friend's house. You and your friend went to do news long. So just like figure it out.
Figure it out, guys.
I think it doesn't have to be so. I'm not coming into this season with with high spirits, but like in my own, I'm gonna have a good time in my own little way.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for a great year.
Love you.
We whined a lot, but it actually was better for us than most.
Yeah.
And it's because of you guys. We loved it. We had a great time. And I think next year
will be a lot better.
Oh, for sure.
So,
sure.
Don't worry yourselves.
I'll only say God willing because I don't know the plans to Tinubu has for us.
We got you.
We got you. As usual.
Thank you so much. See you next year.
See you next year.
Bye. We'll miss you. Kind of.
Bye.
A bit.
Bye.
Bye.
Au revoir.